Hello and welcome back to GP's Odds and Ends. So you can see I have some nail accessories set up here. Currently, I am about to do my nails. So I have clean nails right now. I did do a layer of clear dip powder and they are shiny because I did a layer of the base coat over the dip powder, and I am currently using the Revel Nail Clean Slate, so I do have peel base on as well. I will be using my Cascade Colorworks. I'm also going to be using two Revel colors. So this one is Erica, and it's a super soft, almost translucent pink. And then this one is called Poinsettia. So that means for our This and That Manny that I am doing with Nail Addict She, please go check out her channel as well. All of you, or the majority, chose Poinsettia between both of our channels. So we will both be doing a Poinsettia Manny. So please go check out her channel as well. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and do this hand off camera. I am also going to use, I believe these are water decals. I don't think these are stickers. But I have some really cute poinsettias that I'm going to put over that very light pink color. So we will get to that much later. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and do this hand off camera, and then at least the dip powder, and then I'll show this hand. So be back in a moment. Alright, so as you can see, I decided to do that red glitter on two nails and then that light pink on others. So I'm going to do the same fingers on my other hand, my left hand. So I'm going to start with the Erica just to make sure I don't get any glitters in that dip powder. But I'm doing my normal dip powder process, a thin layer of the base coat, dipping my nail into the powder and then brushing off the excess powder. And just the thinner the layer is, usually the better. It was drying quite quickly because it was right over that peel base, but it kind of evens out with the second and the third layer, so it all ends up working out in the end. And then I'm just using that tool to clean up my cuticle line and get in there really good so that it's a nice crisp cuticle line and I don't have too much trouble filing later on. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this color and we'll move on to the glitter. All right, this glitter is absolutely stunning. It's kind of a red dip powder base with gold, fine and chunky glitters in there. It was pretty easy to work with as well, so I was really happy about that. I kind of, because red is my favorite color, I kind of almost wish that I did red on 3 of the nails or most of the nails and maybe just did the light pink on 1 or 2 nails. I kind of wish I did it in an opposite way, but it is what it is. For this one, because it does have a little bit or a few chunkier glitters in there, I am pouring over. That's just going to give me more of the dip powder on the first and second layer versus a lot of the chunkier glitters, and that'll kind of help to keep your nail from not looking too bulky. So I'm going to do 3 layers total. I'm going to pour over, as you see here, on the first 2 layers, and then I'm going to dip in on that 3rd layer. So that 3rd layer is going to give me a lot more glitters that will be able to stick to that base coat so that you get nice coverage with the glitter. Alright, so I am just about finished. I'm also going to file off camera, but I am going to need to let this up or apply the activator, as you can see here, so that all of that dip powder hardens. So I'm going to do that on all of the nails. I am using this stiffer scrubby brush to make sure that there's not any glitters on those pink nails, because once I put the activator, if there's glitter, they're going to stay there. So that's I use that scrub brush to really get those off in case there was any on the surface of the pink nails. Also, I did the pink nails first, so that way none of that red dip powder transferred over to the lighter pink nails. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in with these water decals. Now I have to say, I am still not entirely sure whether or not these were decals or stickers. They appear to be decals because they kind of have that translucent background. You can kind of see through them a little bit. However, they were awful to try to get off of the paper. I don't know why it was such an issue, but it was just a super big struggle trying to get them off of the paper. I ended up having to kind of peel the paper off. It just did not want to separate from the decal when I put it in the water. So I had to play around with it quite a lot. I was trying to use it on my stamper. It didn't want to transfer to my nail. It was just a huge mess. Not a mess, but just a huge ordeal trying to get the decal on my nail. So you'll see here I kind of keep going back and forth. I did apply sticky base to my nail as well, you'll see here. So it should have transferred over no problem, but it was just not an easy task, this little water decal. I ended up doing it a little bit different on my second hand, so it didn't take quite as long, but I cut out a lot of where I was letting it just sit in that water, because I let it sit in the water for a really long time and it still just does not want to kind of separate from the paper. So here begins my struggle with this. So what an ordeal that was, huh? So for the second one, like I said, I did let it sit in the water for quite a long time. I did cut a lot of that out just so you're not sitting there watching me watch the the water decal float in water. But I did actually peel this one off of the paper. So that's why I don't really think it was a sticker, because it wasn't just peeling off of the paper like a sticker would. So it was just, I don't know, it was really weird. But I did go ahead and was able to peel that off of the paper backing and kind of place it on my nail. So this one worked a little bit easier. It just took a really long time in that water to kind of start to separate. So it was really odd. But in the end, it worked out, and it looks, I like it. So it came out pretty good still anyways. All right, so just in case I didn't want to put activator straight onto these decals, so I am going to go over the nails with the decals with some base coat just to kind of protect them a little bit, so that when I go in with the activator, it doesn't like bleach out the color or anything like that, because I've had that happen then in the past. But I want to make sure that I'm adding the activator still so that my top coat is nice and shiny. So that's what I'm doing here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go in with my top coat. I have a clean paper towel there so that I don't contaminate my top coat. I'm also going to clean any activator residue off of my skin and everything, just to make sure they're nice and clean. And I'm going to do my normal process that I do all the time. So we're going to go in with a layer. I did that hand off camera, so that's that little jump that you saw there. But I'm going to do just 2 to 3 strokes on each nail from cuticle to free edge on that first layer, and then I'm going to do a more thorough layer the second time around, get my free edge to make sure they don't pop off too quickly, and then we will move on to the cuticle oil. All right, so I let them dry. I cleaned up my table, but they are super nice and shiny. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my cuticle oil to all of my nails so that my hands don't look dry any longer, especially after using all that activator and alcohol and everything. So it's always a good idea to kind of rehydrate your skin. But I do like how this mani came out. It's not super Christmassy, which I like. I like the red. I like the pink. You got the poinsettias, so it's not kind of in-your-face Christmas. It's a nice, subtle holiday mani. I think it came out super cute. Make sure you go and check out Nail Addict She's channel as well to see what she did for poinsettia nails. And leave her a comment. Let her know that I sent you if you're not already part of her subscribers. But I really like how this came out. Let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, bye for now.